Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast. I am Triple Pete. I am joined alongside Young Samurai, and against all odds, it will be joining.
Hopefully this time.
Hopefully.
If someone in the chat could at least let us know if we're actually being heard.
You're being heard. I can see your voice moving. I'm looking at the thing, so I can actually see people's voices moving. So, yes,
we're being heard.
You're being heard.
Hey.
They probably hear you more than me.
Hooray, he hasn't screwed this up.
Yay, we actually did it right this time. Alright. So
What do you, in the words of a certain spatula, what do you mean, we?
I said I didn't screw it up this time. You heard me wrong, sir.
In the words of a certain spatula, what do you mean, we?
Me, you, samurai. That's what I mean by we. I am not talking about that one console that Nintendo made.
the game that sold more consoles than games.
Yes.
The console that almost drove Nintendo to bankruptcy.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought the Wii was actually pretty good.
I'm also not talking about the emote on a certain Blaze's channel.
Whee!
Whee!
I'm gonna share this stuff out right.
Which was created because of a game that now less than 5 people play. And apparently, according to Mac's picture, stores are just giving away.
Just please take this crap.
Drop this and
We don't want it anymore.
Yes, please take this crap.
could one of you please share this and
No, if I have to.
you'll cut my sharing
If
time
you're
in half and
lost.
be happy to do that for me. You?
Let me understand who taught you how to.
Please, Lizzie.
All right. So
I highly doubt the locker room will be in here. They're too busy talking about Final Fantasy.
or they're hungover from Mania still. From night
No, they're
one.
just talking about Final Fantasy.
Okay. That's fine. At least we shared it. All that matters. All right. Hello, everybody. This is the
Hello, everyone.
Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast with myself, Samurai, and Odds. And today we are talking about the 30 years of WrestleMania versus the 40 years of WrestleMania showcase modes. The 30 years, of course, being in WWE 2K14, THQ's last game, and the current one being in the, I think,
2K.
Well, this is technically the 9th game in the series now. So the 9th installment, because... Hold on, let me finish. The 9th installment in the series. Good lord. The 9th installment in the series for 2K. The 10th game will be 2K15.
But it's been 10 years since 2K14.
Yep. 10 years later, we have WrestleMania. The 40 years of WrestleMania showcase. Also, we should be getting that new arena at some point, which would be kind of cool. That'll be cool to have.
After WrestleMania, we'll be getting the WrestleMania 40 arena, which will be nice.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Add that to my 40 years of WrestleMania universe, which I've been waiting for this Mania to happen. also been waiting to finish creating everybody, but anyway, that's another story altogether. We're gonna compare the two modes.
We'll talk about what we're doing at the end of the podcast.
I know we'll talk about
As always.
but let's get into the 30 years versus 40 years of WrestleMania talk, which we kind of I kind of screwed up, and I need to apologize to everybody first. I screwed up.
Yeah, we talked about this at length last time, but the problem was somebody forgot to actually plug in our microphones.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So let's just go ahead and start from the start. We'll start in the first 10 years. So the first 10 Manias that happened are from WrestleMania 1 through 9, pretty much. The Hulkamania runs wild.
Well, the matches that are in the showcase.
Yeah, exactly. For those first 10 years, in the first and the 30 years of WrestleMania, they covered WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. They did 10, and that's in like the new generation stuff. So we'll go 1 through 9 first. They covered all 9. You had Andre versus Big John Studd, Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, the Macho Man.
Let's slow down. That was about.
I'm reading.
That was a body slam match.
I'm reading through the list. Okay. So Andre versus Big John Studd, the body slam match.
Yeah, that's one that was in the 14 showcase that showcased all the WrestleManias up until now, which by the way, which for 2K14 will be going through a lot more of the showcase matches because there was like 47.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately for these guys, I only played freaking the newer one, so I'm not gonna be as knowledgeable about the old school one as they are.
Yeah, but you can. But obviously, the whole point of this is to see from your perspective, looking at what matches the differences are, which showcase did it better.
I can tell you right now, in my opinion on this.
We're saving that. We're saving their opinions.
We're saving it to the end.
Okay. So they had Andre versus Big John Studd in the body slam match. They had Hogan versus King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania 2.
Steel cage.
Yep, steel cage match.
Yeah, that was in like 3 places.
Hey, what's up, Jesse? How you doing? They also had Hogan versus Andre they had Macho Man Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which we see on our screen. Both
ones did it.
They had that match again in the current game, and then they went to.
The difference was in the 14 one you didn't get George Steele. They just showed the scene where George Steele pushes him off. It was not they did not unlock George Steele. George Steele was not in the game.
Right, and this year he is. So,
yeah.
And he does the whole turnbuckle biting thing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, which we haven't seen him in a game since Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah. And then the next match that was in it was Hogan versus Andre, which also made it in this year's installment as well from WrestleMania 3.
Which, I mean, who wouldn't do that one?
Yep. If they didn't put that one in, I would be disappointed. I'm actually kind of sad they didn't have anything from 1 or 2 in it. I was hoping that they would have, like, a match from every 40 years and do 40 matches.
I was hoping too, but, you know.
I wanted that. They gave us 26 matches, and I was like, they're going to jump between a few Manias. They jump between a lot, but anyway, I'm going to hold that. Hey, Logan, what's going on? How you doing? So, in 40, they jumped to WrestleMania 5, but we're going
they skipped, but 14 did not skip WrestleMania 4.
We're going to skip back to WrestleMania. We're going to go back to what we were doing, which is WrestleMania 4. Sorry. WrestleMania 4, Macho Man, Randy Savage versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That match was...
Yeah, and this match, and Andre the Giant at ringside, this matchup playing was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Until Hogan came out. That was a pain in the ass. I remember it.
Yep. And then WrestleMania 5 is where we are in the current game. Current game, they had 2 matches from WrestleMania 5. They had Rude versus Warrior, which was not fun for me at all.
Which that one shocked me because I don't really hear a lot of people praise that one. I mean, people praise it as one of Warrior's best matches, but if you follow Warrior's career, that's not saying much.
No.
I believe there's an entry on this list that's later on that people would argue is the better one, but...
Yeah, at least for Mania, anyway.
Yeah.
So this match actually, I believe, was not in the original.
It was not in. It was not. It's not. It was not in there.
So this is a new addition, which I'll give them credit for. They added some new matches in here. Same year, WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers, Hogan versus Macho Man. This one was also in
It's 14-1.
The 14 one. Out of the 2, which of these did you prefer, Odds? Because I don't really remember I remember playing it.
I don't remember the 14-1. I think the 14-1 went. I think that if I don't remember the 14-1, so obviously that match had to go by like a freaking breeze.
Yeah. They jump in the current game they go to WrestleMania 6. WrestleMania 6 in the original game, Hulk Hogan versus Warrior, same match here.
And for 2K14, for those that do not know, 2K14, I remember had a trailer with the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Because that was when the Warrior got inducted into the Hall of Fame. But we saw the trailer for him in the game first, and it was the first time he'd been in a game in eons since the Nintendo era.
A very long time.
Yeah, very long time. And obviously they did it for this matchup, Hogan Warrior, WrestleMania 6.
Mm-hmm. Which it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was a fast-paced matchup for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
For a Warrior match.
So, going back to the 30 years, they go to WrestleMania 7. Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan.
Yep. They did Sergeant Slaughter versus Hogan.
Just not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that they skipped.
I'm indifferent about it because they had
I'm indifferent about it
because three characters that were added.
Yeah,
because of it.
That I'm indifferent on it too because, gosh dang, back then the blood looked good, so it matched the footage that you were seeing, and with the blood over both of their faces, the game made the match look better than it was.
Yeah.
And the match was still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we differ because I personally just didn't play it, so I can't verify that.
I know. That's why your viewpoint is unique because you didn't play it, and obviously you're glad they skipped it.
Mostly because I know the history around that, and I personally just don't care to play that. I don't want to remind of a soldier that became an Iraqi sympathizer.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. G.I. Joe becomes Iraqi sympathizer.
So then we get to
Hogan didn't want to fight a good guy or turn heel.
Yep. Then we get to WrestleMania 8. They did a different match this year, which was Piper versus Bret Hart. In the original,
which is an underground hit. Most people say it's one of the best not remembered matches that people don't really look at as the top matches of a Mania.
Mm-hmm. And the match
was a pretty fun match to play through, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was. I enjoyed this match a lot. It gave me one of my favorite characters in the entire, or one of my favorite wrestlers in the of all time, which is Roddy Piper. I'm happy that we had this match. Consequently, the match that we lost out on was Flair versus Savage.
Which you can understand why we didn't get.
Yep,
because
I
Flair's in it.
He's in another company right now, which makes sense. Although he's Ric Flair, they should just make an exception for him. He's one of the few. He's one of the few people they should make an exception for. Sorry.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 9, Bret Hitman Hart versus Yokozuna. That was not in this game.
That was in the 2K14 one. I do remember it because you see the scene where Mr. Fuji throws the salt in Bret's eyes, blinds him so Yoko can become champion. And yes, folks, they also did the matchup right afterwards: Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna, where Mr. Hogan stole the championship and became champion for the 5th time.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people hated because, Because
at that point he was getting boos, even though they were milking in cheers.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But we had one of the best arenas, or one of the coolest arenas in that one.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the Caesars Palace Arena, which is that small outdoor venue. That is the Caesars Palace Arena. But it was the actual legit arena. So
they did a show in Caesars Palace.
Mm-hmm. And we go to WrestleMania 10. Or no, 9. Sorry. WrestleMania 9, but they jumped to 10. So WrestleMania 9, Bret Hart versus Yoko. We just talked about that. Yoko versus Hogan. Alright, cool. New Generation, WrestleMania 10. Sorry, guys.
They went to WrestleMania 10. That was also Yoko
versus to play.
Razor versus Shawn.
Both games did this, but we lost out on in 2K in the modern game. In the 40 years, we lost out on Yoko versus Bret again at WrestleMania 10. We lost out on that one.
Yeah.
Which the 30 years did.
Which is funny to me because they're both in the game. Like,
yeah.
Why not just do the match?
They could have. But honestly, still with WrestleMania 10, we've lost out on pretty much the best match of WrestleMania 10, which was Owen Hart versus Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But there's obviously reasons why we're lost out on that. Thank you, bitter old bitch.
Anyway,
we're not getting to that one. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah.
Before
we lost. We lost out on with the 30 years did. The 30 years did Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. 1 hour Iron Man.
Yep.
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't the full hour. They did a freaking skip through.
Yeah, they did a cut through, and they cut to the important moments. I remember that, but I missed the arena. I wish we would have gotten that arena.
I do too. I miss seeing Shawn come down from the ceiling.
And that was one of my favorite arenas because it's one of the few WWE arenas that had overlays on the mat.
Yeah.
What's up, Blaze? How you doing? Also, hey,
Hello.
Jesse and And Logan, how you guys doing?
I wasn't talking about you.
He was talking about himself. It's okay.
I was talking about a certain Hart family member that refuses to let anybody care for a certain Hart's legacy.
He's actually a grumpy old man. Don't listen to him when he says he's younger than me.
Grumpy because he can't play his own Hart in a WWE video game.
Beetle, shut up.
The second one wasn't even
You tell
me.
Damn! Samurai made a stab too, okay? You're only being nice to him because you want to be allies with him in GM.
So really, do you want me to drop the name Martha Hart?
No, I don't. Actually.
Just did.
I know.
Damn it.
Anyway.
The old bitch that created a charity for her husband after his death, just for the reason of keeping his name out of wrestling.
I know.
Anyway, let's go back to the showcase, comparing the showcases.
And we'll go to WrestleMania 14. The Undertaker versus
13.
11, sorry.
Do the numbers right, motherfucker.
Well, with number 14 on the list, okay. We'll go to WrestleMania 11. The Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy. And Diesel versus Shawn Michaels. Those two matches
they did both of those.
did not make it in.
But they were in the 30 years.
WrestleMania 12, Undertaker versus Diesel. That one didn't make it in.
Yeah, that one didn't make it in.
And Brett
for what that match was, it wasn't that bad of a match.
Yeah.
It's not one of Taker's best, but it's not one of it's certainly one of Diesel's best, but it's not one of Taker's worst.
That's true. And then there was Shawn versus Brett, which we already talked about.
Yeah, we already talked about the Iron Man that was in the 30 years, but not in the 40.
And we get to WrestleMania 13, which is the one that they decided to go to, which was Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. And
if I had to pick one match from the new generation to keep in, yeah, this would be the one to keep in.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually see that. I could see that.
Mainly because he gets his main eventer for GM mode from it, but
then we go to matches that they skipped.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are kind of head scratching on why, and some of them piss me off.
Undertaker and Diesel, for instance, they're both in the game. Diesel and Shawn, they're both in the game. Brett and Shawn are both in the game. They could have done all three of these matches.
Is there any?
But at the same time, probably why they did it, because they're not necessarily the greatest matches of all times, and you want to celebrate WrestleMania. You don't want to celebrate WrestleMania. I also have a few matches that aren't necessarily looked upon too highly.
It takes away two arenas too. There were two different arenas that they could have, or two different manias that they could have showcased in this by including these matches. WrestleMania 11 and 12.
Yeah, but time. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels in the 1 hour Iron Man is considered one of the best matches in WrestleMania history.
Yep.
And it was the night Shawn won the belt. It's when the boyhood dream came true.
Yep.
Oh, they just couldn't figure out. I wouldn't say they wouldn't know how to figure out how to do the Iron Man efficiently, but
that's true. They may not have wanted to do the same trick that they did for the 30 year.
I guess, but they could have still done it. I would have still done it and then just had time go by as the match goes on and do a big cut scene that cuts 30 or 40 minutes off the match.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have done if I were them. But I'm not them, so we're not
any more matches from the 30 years that was from WrestleMania 13?
No, they only had one. It was just Brett versus Stone Cold. This was the same. This was the only match they included in 13.
So that means that we go to WrestleMania 14.
Yep, WrestleMania 14. But we jumped all the way to X7. They missed the entire Attitude Era. They jumped. They went, what Attitude Era? There was no Attitude Era. So we missed out on WrestleMania 14, The Undertaker versus Kane.
I am pissed they skipped this one. It is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches ever. That WrestleMania 14 match is awesome. The first time anyone's kicked out of the Tombstone, it took 3 Tombstones to beat Kane. No one's ever taken 3 Tombstones, and Kane still almost kicked out of the third.
Yep.
I don't know why they didn't do this match.
WrestleMania 15, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, they skipped that one. Rock Austin 15.
I'm sad they skipped this one because 15 was one of my favorite arenas from that showcase.
Yeah.
I did more matches in 15 and in 2000, which is the one that I'm mad about. Triple H, The Rock, Big Show, and Mick Foley, the Fatal 4-Way. I wanted this
I can see why they skipped. Now, this one I can see why they skipped.
Let's put it this way, Beetle. Do you want to have another a match that's probably worse to play through than WrestleMania 35?
I just like the arena, okay? I would play through this Fatal 4-Way just to get the damn arena.
But it's very true, but at the same time, most people forget that WrestleMania 16 was a freaking stinker. It was one of the stinkier manias, with the only good matchup on the card being the triple threat ladder match between the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian.
Which I could see why that match never made it. Freaking feet.
Thank you, feet. Thank you, feet.
No. I'm disagreeing with you on that one, but we're not here to talk about that.
WrestleMania X7, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. This one was included as well. What's going on, Feet? How you doing?
This one made me laugh for one reason. We got the moments that we needed.
Yeah.
We got the moments we needed for this matchup. But then the same person that they allowed to be shown for this matchup is then censored out much later down the road.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm doing good. How you doing there, Feet? And thank you for the hashtag.
I'm good, Feet.
I feel like I have to disagree with that hashtag, but that's just me. I don't like to judge people for what they choose.
Then you should hear Brett's old comments on Martha and his opinion on the fact that he feels that she's trying to erase Owen's legacy.
We're going to go into the Ruthless Aggression era from 2001. We go to 2004.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This one was one of the best matches to play.
Yes, but before we get to this match, the match on the screen, before we get to it, we're gonna look at the matches that we missed out on our way there. Which is WrestleMania 18, The Rock versus Hogan, which I'm sad they didn't put in the game because you have both.
Yeah, because both of them are in the game.
And they put Hollywood Hogan in the game, which made me laugh. It's like they could have done this
match.
Triple H versus Chris Jericho. Obvious reasons why that one's not in the game. Shawn Michaels versus.
Why would we want to play a forgettable match anyway?
Shawn Michaels versus
that's a stinker.
Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Again, obvious reasons it's not in.
Why this skipped? And according to Scorpion on screen, a rumor is that the WrestleMania 19 match, Kurt versus Lesnar, was supposed to be in the game, but Brock's actions caused it to be pulled, as it wasn't quite finished. if you notice, Kurt,
if you use the same render for Kurt, which is like
if you notice Kurt's render is his WrestleMania 19 attire. I can see this. I can see this rumor being true because this would be the first time ever that we've ever seen Lesnar versus Angle WrestleMania 19 in the game in a showcase. So I could see this, and the match is memorable.
Yep. What's up, Gav? See you lurking?
But then we go to a match that we didn't get.
Yeah.
We didn't get in this showcase, but we got in the later showcase. Big Show versus John Cena for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 20.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I think all of us can agree. I think the 40 years actually picked the better match for 20.
I wish they would have included both matches, but we still have the spinner belt, so there's really no reason for the Cena versus Big Show match.
That was for the United States Championship. That was the normal United States Championship. I think the reason they didn't add it was because Big Show's in AEW.
Right, but in the 30 years, that's how you unlock the spinner championship. You had to finish that match.
I completely forgot that that's how you unlock the spinner belt.
Yeah, you had to beat that match to unlock the spinner belt. Because it then led into a Cena versus JBL at some point down the line. Yeah, at 21.
Yeah, they did JBL versus Cena WrestleMania 21.
So this year, WrestleMania 21, they did
Again, I actually think they picked the better match from WrestleMania 21.
I'm not arguing.
I'll say I did watch this one with some buddies of mine. Yeah, this was one of the better matches they probably could have picked.
Because I loved the Cena match because it made Cena a star, but at the same time, if you're going classic match over versus classic match, I have to say they picked the right one.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. So we get this match. I do for star value and for like storyline value, I think 21 or I think JBL Cena should have been in this because it's the match that made Cena, who is quite possibly one of the biggest stars in the modern era. By the way, Gav, you lucky bastard, I see what you just caught. Congratulations.
An elemental dragon. What the hell type of Pokemon is that?
It's a random. They're doing an event this week, I think.
Is that like a random legendary?
Yeah.
Fucking lucky bastard.
Hold up. Next.
Anyway, Scorpion makes another point of apparently Undertaker versus Edge was supposed to be in it, but Edge went to AEW, so that match was apparently canceled.
Yep.
Which I can see that, especially with how they were setting up, especially with how they're kind of setting up this later portion of the 40-year showcase.
So they jumped to 25, which is Taker versus Shawn in this year's game. But these are the matches that they skipped, and it's kind of obvious why they skipped the first one. Edge versus Foley. That's an obvious. There's an obvious reason they skipped that one.
They could have gotten one match out of freaking Edge for this one.
Yeah,
would have loved to have played that one.
Ooh, it was a Turdinator. Nice.
Nice.
So
Turdinator's not a legendary, but that's a damn good catch.
It is. Batista versus The Undertaker is another match that they could have put in the game from WrestleMania 23.
They have it. They're the people in there, but they can't do it. But honestly, I don't necessarily want to blame them.
They could have done that matchup, but at the same time, if you're gonna pick any Batista match, that's probably one of the best Batista matches to fucking pick because it's one of his best.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's one of his best Batista matches.
They also skipped John Cena versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 23.
And that was a damn good match, too. I'm kind of sad about that one.
That was one of the better Cena matches.
Yeah.
Michaels versus Flair. Gee, I wonder why they skipped that one.
Why?
And then Randy Orton versus Triple H versus John Cena. Which...
I can understand why they skipped that.
Yeah, but they're all in the game. So that's another...
They're all in the game, but I can understand why they skipped it because I remember quickly, I think that match was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was. I got stuck on that one for a few weeks. If I remember correctly. Me and triple threats don't go very well. We'll get farther into that once we get a little farther in the showcase.
We'll discuss that much later on.
That is going to come up a little later in this. Then we get to 2014, which is WrestleMania 30, which was not in the game. So here's the thing.
Which is not in the 30 years, but let's wrap up the 30 years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we're about to do that. So here's the thing: they jumped from WrestleMania 25 to WrestleMania 30. 25, which is where we are currently, right? You had Edge versus Cena versus Big Show. Again, another triple threat. Obvious reason why it's not in the game.
In another match that was a pain in the ass.
Yep.
In a match that we understand why they skipped.
Yes. Randy Orton versus Triple H. That was also in WrestleMania 25.
That was a stinker. I'm glad they skipped it.
Jericho versus Edge in WrestleMania 26. Batista versus Cena, WrestleMania 26. This one surprises me. The Undertaker versus Shawn. Their first round. Their second.
First go around.
No, the first go around is on the screen. The first go around's on the screen. This is for 26.
Yeah, they skipped their
match.
Yeah, the 30 years skipped their first go around and went to their second.
No, because their second was 26. Their first was 25.
I know, that's what I said. I said the 30 years skipped their first go around and went to their second.
I heard it wrong. I'm sorry. Then we go to Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. Obvious reasons why that one's not in. Miz versus John Cena. They could have done that one, but it was...
No offense. I'm kind of glad they skipped that one.
That's fine. Triple H versus The Undertaker. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite match.
Yeah, I'm torn on that one. I'm kind of glad they skipped it.
Punk versus Jericho. Obviously, we know why they skipped that one.
I wish that one was in the game, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's not.
The Rock versus Cena at
That's one they could have done because they did it for last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy they skipped Rock's fucking ego trip.
Punk versus Taker.
I'm kind of sad they skipped that one. That was a pretty good match.
Yeah, but Punk wasn't in the WWE when they were making the game, so it's obvious why they skipped it. But it would be a cool add-on. If they were to do if they were to release a few more showcase matches, that would be a cool one.
I doubt they're gonna release more showcase matches, but if they were to release other extra bits on top of it, they could probably throw in the Punk from that era
I have like a very weird feeling though. He's probably going to be the cover athlete for next year's game, and we're probably going to get a CM Punk showcase, which is probably going to have that match in it. So
That's what happens, and I'm really happy with that.
yeah,
I would be happy with it too. I'd be happy with it.
29 Lesnar.
Both showcases skipped. Showcases skipped JBL versus Finley for obvious reasons.
Yep.
No one gave.
I was gonna say what match? Anyway, Lesnar versus Triple H and The Rock versus Cena were the second match. Rock versus Cena, which nobody ended up caring about at that point because they already blew it.
There you blew it.
Then we get to this year's, which is Taker.
Yeah, and now from this point on, that was it. That was the 30 years of WrestleMania showcase.
Okay. The only thing I'm gonna say is if we would have gotten JBL versus Finley, I wish Hornswoggle was an unlockable character.
He would be the hardest motherfucker to hit.
No, as a manager though, I wish that he was like an unlockable manager, and I really wish that they would lean into like.
Which, by the way, he was back in the day. Whenever Hornswoggle was in the game, he was selectable as a manager, and he would give you and if you were Finley, he would give you the shillelagh.
Yep. Yep. We are now in the current game, moving forward, the last 10 years. WrestleMania 30, Undertaker versus Lesnar.
I think this is one of those matches where they could have, like, you were going to get a Brock Lesnar for this.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it was too late for them to remove the match, and also, in fairness, this match is kind of interlinked to fucking Mania, so...
Well, they technically... they have him in the game. They could always unlock his...
Mm-hmm.
They can go in and unlock it so that he can be a playable character.
And sadly, this matchup is... They made this matchup look way better than it actually was. This matchup was hard. I believe this was when they were doing the pay-per-views on the WWE Network.
This was the very first WWE Network pay-per-view, and I remember watching it. I remember being excited because they were doing it, and then I could watch it. And then nice battery low. What are they talking? Oh shh! I gotta hold on. Keep talking. Keep going.
I was going to until you shushed me. Yes. Then this matchup is hard to watch. This matchup is really, really hard to watch, and I have not watched it since it happened live on the WWE Network. I have not gone back and watched this matchup ever since then.
I think why they put it in though is because the fact that the result, it does fucking shake the fucking.
Oh yeah, it shook the foundation of the wrestling industry.
Because a streak that had gone on for 30 years had finally come to an end by just, say 30 years, but several manias. People had tried, and finally, the beast has conquered the dead man. Hold up, bear back.
All right. I really wish that it wasn't Lesnar that beat him. I remember when he did, and just getting feeling defeated.
I know Brace. I know. Taker said he wanted it to be Bray.
Yeah.
I do know that, and Taker has confirmed that he wanted the person to beat the streak. He wanted it to be Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that's why they decided to call it and have Brock win, but still, it sucked. But it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. They made an audible on the fly, and Brock ended up being the one to end the streak.
Yeah. 21-1.
21-1. Then we go to WrestleMania 31. And probably one of the best, well-lit daylight arenas in the entire game.
Yeah.
This arena is by far one of my favorite
Beautiful
arenas.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Amazing
Yes.
arena.
And the match was a ton of fun to play.
Yeah. They even had a bootleg Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury.
What? What? Are you guys reading his comment? Read his comment. What the? Wow. Read Scorpion's comment.
Yeah,
I see it.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Taker wished Bray had ended a year later. Vince decided to end the streak hours before the show.
Just freaking bullshit.
And what a surprise, Taker got concussed because of Brock by accident, obviously by one of his suplexes, and freaking got saying the person that decided for Taker to lose the streak for publicity, freaking got saying left the arena with Taker in the ambulance.
Yep. I just remember seeing him.
The off and on love affair that Vince had with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe Brock didn't want to end it. He did not look happy at the end of that match.
No.
Like, he did not look like he just accomplished the biggest thing in the world. He looked pissed. Like, I can't believe this just happened. And he could hear the crowd. Those guys feel the atmosphere in the arena. They feel it. You could tell he was like, "Oh,
you could hear a pin drop in that arena."
Oh yeah, that was the real pin drop plaza. If anybody knows what I'm referencing right now, that was the real pin drop plaza. WrestleMania 30, when that happened. Luckily, the night ended up getting saved in the next match, but the opening match on the card and the ending match on the card were not included for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons, yeah. Mr. Disciplinary Committee.
And we get to the next Mania, which is two matches that I'm kind of glad they put on this card.
I'm
put in the showcase mode. 31 fucking. Yeah, Randy versus Seth.
The match where the famous RKO and then him winning the belt.
Yep.
I love how it's like Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Versus Seth Rollins?
Yep. And Rollins wins and walks away with the world title.
He basically told Randy, yeah, you got your win tonight. I'm walking away with the belt.
Yep.
Kiss my ass.
And then, after that, we go to our favorite match in the entire showcase.
Goody fucking gumdrops.
You guys remember me referencing Pindrop Plaza? Pindrop Plaza is from a game called 2K20, and in 2K20 they gave us a certain match. This one right here.
Fuck this match.
Now, in real life, this was a good match. Kudos to all three of the performers in the match. All right, I want to clear that up. In real life, this was an amazing match. Becky versus Charlotte versus. Hold on, Becky versus Charlotte versus Rousey. Great match in real life. In game, trash.
In game, this is the biggest pain in the ass out of any match in fucking history.
We'll set up for like a fucking a move on the top rope. Either the person that you're trying to set up reverses it, Or the other person wants to be brave to fucking beat you up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Feet. Thank you.
This match drained the life out of me trying to play.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, Scorpion, Ronda Rousey has become pretty much the Ryback of the women's division.
But this match was one of the most draining matches in the entire showcase.
This one, however, was a godsend.
Right. They followed it up with an amazing match that was a ton of fun.
A breath of fresh air.
Yes. This match was probably my favorite match in the entire showcase.
It was refreshing because you didn't have to hear Corey talking about everything going on. You also could just... the match wasn't as long as they showed it to me. Yet there wasn't a whole lot of combat, but it felt nice to fucking be Bray Wyatt beating the tar out of John Cena.
That's why it was fun. It didn't. There wasn't a lot of challenge.
It was just kick his ass. Hey, you know what? I do agree with Scorpion on this one. I wish the Boneyard match was also here.
Yeah.
I can understand why it's not.
But it was Taker.
It's not that it's too hard. It's just more the fact that, like, how the fuck would you even, like, make it?
You just make it. I mean, they're both in the game. We would have gotten a freaking amazing set out of it, an amazing backstage area out of it.
Yeah.
The only problem is that you'd have to basically, like, if someone wanted the Boneyard match in the game, they'd have to figure out how to basically program it, and if you're able to program it, you can basically just make it into a fucking, like, buried alive match.
I'm sorry, but they
made the boner yard match.
This is the same company that made 2K20, which had Bump in the Night and a bunch of other crazy shit. They could have made the Boneyard match.
The difference is, like, with Bump in the Night, it's a lot of singles matches. It wasn't that hard. It was just basically just creative
match.
Hey, beat. We talk.
All right.
This Bump in the Night, it's a bunch of matches that are single matches. All that it is, it's just a bunch of like out there entrances, like fucking like Wicked Aleister Black fucking levitating, a demon Finn Balor teleporting around, etc. Like a swamp fire, like a fucking Bray Wyatt, like rising from the fucking floorboards.
Yeah.
In a Boneyard match, it's basically you have to develop a whole different match type just so you can make it work.
Yeah.
It's basically a buried alive match, but, you know.
It's a cutscene.
And you'd have to basically figure a way to basically animate the whole thing.
Or just do cutscenes like they've done with every other match in the showcase.
It could have, but...
that's what I would have done. I would have just done cutscenes like you do in every other match, but just include it. It would have been a cool match to see. It was Taker's final look as an active star, but it hasn't been in the game outside of 22. Yeah. Wait, was the
this one again? This next one it was pretty fun to play.
Yes,
it was literally just slug it out. Pretty much.
This one was fun to watch too. Like they actually put on a good match.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte versus Rhea. That was a fun one.
This one was fine. Because at least it gave it was a moment that everyone was happy about.
Yeah.
Don't have a good feeling about this next one though, because it just hurts me as a freaking Asuka fan.
I mean, she is the opposite of Undertaker. She really is. When it comes to Mania, she is the opposite of Undertaker. I saw someone posted something that she has lost every single WrestleMania match that she's been in.
Well, every single WrestleMania match, and essentially, it all started with, ironically enough, the person that we just saw, Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
She ended the streak that she had going into Mania, and then Asuka just hasn't been able to get Mania since.
It
was so promising.
It would be nice for her to get a win, but I see why they decided to go the way they did last night.
Yeah.
0-7.
I was even right there. Asuka wins the match, wins the title at the next show. What was it? Fucking Crown Jewel?
Yeah.
Why not just have her win at Mania?
I don't know. I don't know.
A reverse streak?
Yeah.
I would rather you didn't do a reverse streak, honestly.
Oh.
And the match that we all probably hated, like, the minute that the show went off the air last year.
That has led to a now year-long feud, and could end in a bloodline match tonight.
It's ending in a Bloodline Rules match tonight for the sequel, but I pray they don't pull another WrestleMania 39.
I agree. I want Cody to win. I really do.
We need him to win so badly. He doesn't win. He doesn't win. Who the fuck is left?
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody. The only people that you would have left are the stars that you have to build into big enough stars to fight Reigns. And right now, the only one I feel like they've got is Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I would say I could also argue Gunther, but
yeah, you could argue Gunther, but at the same time, if he doesn't win, then that means next year's Mania match is going to be Rock versus Roman.
Yeah.
And you know that egotistical motherfucker is going to take the belt from Roman. So what the hell is that going to do for anybody other than his own fucking steroided up ego?
I think Cody mentioned one thing that's actually kind of nice. If that all happens, it's only because of one thing. Little dick syndrome.
Pretty much. That's what happens to you when you get when you steroid up your body. You get the little bit.
I think though that we'll end up getting. I think we'll end up seeing Cody win tonight. I think that he stacked the odds against himself, just like his dad used to. Stack the odds against himself.
I pray you're right.
And the baby face overcomes the odds in the end. I think that's what's going to happen tonight. And no, that is not an odds punt.
This ain't The Rock, it's Dwayne.
It's Dwayne.
Because Dwayne, Dwayne's a pretty good ass kisser. Yeah, that Dwayne.
Dwayne doesn't need to kiss ass anymore.
Buddy Dwayne. It's The Rock for those that watch bad Disney movies.
Damn.
Or watch The Tooth Fairy.
I sadly did watch that movie.
Didn't Cena make a reference to that when he was feuding with Rock 10 years ago?
Yes.
You go back to being the Tooth Fairy. Just laughing my ass off.
It's pretty much just anything goes, Gav. So basically, the bloodline can come out in full force. At the same time, that also means that, it's Avengers Assemble tonight.
If they were smart, what they would have made Bloodline rules is they can have anybody at the ring they want, and Cody can't have anybody at the Like, they should have really stacked the odds.
That's probably what's going to fucking happen anyway.
Yeah, I think it's probably...
My fear is that no one's going to come out for Cody. It's just going to be an entire heel stable, and they're going to make the babyface look like a chump. Like, oh, the babyface has no friends. Nobody likes him, and here's these cool bad guys that get to do what they want.
But
which key to wrestling. The bad guy shouldn't. if the bad guy promises something, the bad guy shouldn't be able to actually succeed on his fucking promise.
But here's the thing. I think Cody's going to overcome it and win the match, making him look like a bigger star. He did it. If he wins the match without any help, then that makes this entire year worth it.
Yeah, but at the same time, that makes last year's Mania look bad. That Cody couldn't survive one interference. If he survives 10 million.
So everyone needs to be. So it's just going to be chaos tonight then, and then Cody's going to somehow be Roman.
That's what most people are assuming.
Okay. Well,
I'm fearing it's just going to be Bloodline beating the shit out of them, and nobody comes out unless their music plays.
Either way, we'll find out tonight.
Yep.
Anyways,
to the bigger question here, and I will give it to the panel because I'm kind of torn. Which showcase sounded and looked better? The 30 years or the 40 years? Which one did the matches for Mania better?
Because they had more stars at the time. Now I have two opinions here. Because they had more talent on the active roster at the time when they did the game, and they were able to complete, or they were able to get every single Mania in that had ever happened in their showcase. I feel like 2K14 did the better job. However, given the restrictions that they had with the lack of people who were, or stars who were no longer and in the company or working for other companies at this point in time, I would give this game that we're currently playing the better showcase. I also liked how they streamlined this one down and made it less years, but I do wish that they would still have all of the arenas in the game. So, in looking at that, I will say that 14 did it better. They had every arena in the game. It was unlockable in the showcase. And they covered more big matches.
What about you, Samurai?
okay, I am flat out on this one. I think 2K24 did it better, honestly. Because I'm thinking about it from a content creator standpoint. If I want to go through this, I have to play through every match to get what I need for some people. I would rather play 24 having less matches and more streamlined showcase rather than have to basically play through 40 matches, which might be fun, but it'd be a pain in the ass to do. You have to consider like the fact that I have multiple accounts and I have to unlock every showcase on all those accounts.
It would be okay. I would be okay with that if you unlocked the arenas from the prior Manias in those matches. So for the years that they skipped, if they would have included those arenas at least for you to unlock, then yes, I'm with you on that one. A more streamlined showcase is better. But let me unlock all the... Like when I played the Wrestlemania 3 match, or the last Wrestlemania 3 match in this current showcase, let me unlock 1, 2, and 3. Give me all 3 arenas. Or include the ones that are not... Include the arenas that I don't have to unlock in the base game.
But we forget about one thing there, gentlemen. With 2K14, there was an item that you got that unlocked everything. So if you really wanted to go through the showcase,
you didn't have to worry about it.
You went through the showcase because you wanted to.
Yes.
Not because you were unlocking everything.
Exactly.
Everything in the showcase was already unlocked. If you wanted to go through the showcase, you went through it because you wanted to.
And for me, I had the unlockable item. Like, I pre-ordered and I had the unlockable thing. I played through the showcase first and then I used it. I wanted to play through the showcase, but I figured while I'm doing it, I may as well unlock some stuff. And then when I'm done, I'll just unlock everything. But nowadays, I don't want to have to be forced to go through it. It would be nice to just be able to unlock everything, and that even includes being able to pick which showcase matches I want to play. So I don't have to play every single one. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm still of the opinion. I think 2K24 did it better because it's a more streamlined showcase. It's an easier ride rather than having to play like 40 something matches.
I can understand that.
Again, I would have played 40.
And the other thing, the matches I can honestly think they could have skipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my, like, for example, like the Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan match, because if imagine Corey Graves on like commentary have to talk about the fact that, you know, like Ace, the American hero, turned his back on the country to join Iraq.
Yeah.
I don't think Corey would be. I think Corey would have probably gone through with it. It wouldn't have been a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I think 2K24 did it better. Billy, I think you're pretty much saying that 14 did it better.
And honestly, for me, I'll be the odd one out. I'm split down the middle.
You're in the middle, okay.
I'm in the middle. I think both did their showcases as best they could for the era that they did it in,
and with what they had.
And I think the 2K. I do agree that the 2K1 streamlined it, but at the same time, I also liked the attention to detail that THQ did, which was have a match from every single Mania involved.
Yep.
My personal opinion, in cases like this where it's like highlighting the years of WrestleMania, it should be the greatest hits of WrestleMania, not necessarily having to cover every single Mania.
But you need to include every arena.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
That's my only thing.
They give you every Mania arena? Then yeah, sure. Just make it so that you can unlock all the arenas, but you're only playing certain matches from different Manias, like the ones that are basically highly rated.
Which is what I was saying in my opinion, pretty much. You need to be able to unlock all of the arenas. I'm happy with the number of matches in this one, but I'm happy with the number of arenas that I got to unlock in the previous one.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm happy that between the 30 years and 40 years, you see different matches.
Yes.
There are some matches that the 40 years did that the 30 years did not do.
That's
and
true.
Skip. And I do remember even back then, people were wondering, "Hey, where's Shawn Michaels and Brett?" That was the better match of WrestleMania 21. People were wondering, "Hey, where's the casket match from WrestleMania 22? Taker versus Mark Henry from during the." I do remember people complaining about that.
Yep.
Now, so even with 47 matches, you're still never going to be able to make everybody happy.
Correct.
Right. Here's the last question I want to leave out with. Which match was the most fun for you to play in Showcase mode? Because I think we can all agree the worst one to play was.
The best match of this year's was
by
far
the
Funhouse match.
I actually have to say Kurt versus Sean.
Okay.
Because that match makes me want to actually go back and watch the real match.
I'm gonna probably go with
clips, because the clips that was used. I'm like, damn, I actually want to see this match again.
My personal opinion. Okay, it could be the same with Beal, because I do agree with that the Firefly Funhouse match was the play. The favorite match I had that I was actually playing through was probably Kurt versus Eddie.
Okay.
Because as much as like just the fact that like I just watched like the clips like from the actual show, I'm like, I had heard about this match so much, and it's like, oh yeah, this would have been fun to watch live. Maybe I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, and I did watch that match live. I watched it live on pay-per-view.
It was just a creative way also for Eddie to win, which is literally just loosen the boot to relieve pressure on your foot.
And if you notice, if you notice, his feet are trying to grab the ropes, and he finally does it at the 3 count.
For me,
he was trying to grab the ropes the entire time, and apparently Eddie was pissed in the back because he couldn't get to the rope, because he couldn't get the ropes faster.
Dang. Well, for me, the Funhouse match was my favorite because it's the only match that I actually played in full. And did every single.
Yeah, because this motherfucker over here skipped through everything because like, oh, I found a cheat, guys. I can chill through the entire fucking game.
Well, for one, I was streaming it, and I had to skip all the cutscenes, so it felt like a freaking slog to go through. I wish I didn't stream it, because I would have actually sat through and enjoyed the cutscenes and played all the objectives and done all that. Because of obvious copyright reasons, I couldn't play the cutscenes. 2, I didn't really want to play the showcase. I wasn't looking forward to playing it. In this year's game, I wanted to skip through it. I would rather have put my energy on career mode than the dang showcase, because I'm kind of burnt out by these showcase modes. They're nice every once in a while, but having a showcase mode every single year and having unlocks be tied to it is beginning to be a slog, and I really wish that these games were like 14, where there was that button that just unlocked everything. And not
14,
just...
so I think 19, 20... those games had the fucking unlock. Like, you basically get the supercharger, you just hit a button, everything unlocked.
19 had it. 20 was the first year to
once Ukes left, that was pretty much the last amount of people that would ever have suggested the supercharger unlock everything, because obviously 2K wants, obviously freaking dumbass 2K wants to force you to play it.
Yeah, the only thing that 19 did not unlock. Oh, Gav, you're lucky. Consider yourself lucky. I didn't really like playing it at all, to be honest. I didn't want to play it. I wanted to have that quick unlocked where I could just.
It wasn't that bad. You just wanted to speed fucking through it.
I'll go.
You tried to speed run it, and it didn't work.
Actually, it did. It unlocked everything, but that's beside the point.
Which is why he ended up stating, "Hey kids, cheaters prosper."
I didn't say cheaters prosper. You actually put that in my mouth, but I didn't want to play.
No, you did. But I let's go to the tape.
Right, if I said it, I said it. All right, but I still got all the unlocks. Still got all the unlocks for it. So I cheesed the entire thing. Yes, I did it twice too, because the first time I lost all my data and had to redo it. So I cheesed it twice. And I have a text message from a certain somebody saying, "I don't blame you if you cheese it the second time." Ow! Nightmare. This is why I get electrocuted. Also,
yes, I said for the first. I said the second time. I don't care. I don't care if you cheese it because the second time you lost all your data, and I said that was bullshit that you lost all your data.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't care if you cheese it now. The first time, hell yes, I'm mad that you're cheesing it because it's like oh blah blah blah. I don't care about this blah 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 blah. I'm just zooming through 40 years of the biggest thing in sports history. La-di-da-di-doo.
I didn't want to play it. They skipped a lot of the matches that I would have wanted to play in the first place. So it's like, well, I'm just gonna rush through this.
Beetle! It's Suey Arcanine!
Oh shit!
Catch it!
I'm trying. Hold on.
I can't get to Twitch. Catch it!
God damn it!
Damn it!
Oh!
I get it! Oh. Someone get it! Suey Arcanine!
What it now?
Oh! Quick, buy a new one. Scroll down, buy a new one.
Buy a new one!
Oh my god! If I catch it with the Pokeball, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Please get it! Don't kick out of the Pokeball!
Please get it so I can say my favorite line. Ah! Damn it.
Shit!
Yes, cheaters don't prosper after.
I was literally about to push the button. I was about to try to throw a Pokeball myself.
Like rigged.
I was just being very lazy about it.
Damn. Nobody got it.
I love Suey Arcanine too. It's a rock and fire type that is Rockhead.
Dang it, Nightmare! I knew it was you. But he sold it on the black market.
Damn it! He's over Team Rocket. Someone shock him.
Well, guys, thank you all for coming today. This has been the Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast. If you did miss last night's stream,
well, let's go through what we're doing first.
Yep.
Obviously, let's go through what we've been doing and what we're planning on doing. I know Beetle can ramble on a little bit, so let's go kind of counterclockwise. Samurai, what are you doing?
Other than just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing for SCD.
Yeah, other than that.
Yeah.
Nothing really much. I've just basically just been creating calls on 2K24, so pretty much most of my calls are done. Pretty much almost all of them. Nightmare would make a great meow. It still exists, Nightmare. So I'd like to see your company. Oh wait, it doesn't exist, does it?
Damn it, Cap. Nightmare would make a great meow.
I don't see you putting any episodes out.
Oh my gosh. Oh fuck. Alright.
Much laughter.
Alright. I'm currently making CAWs, and for the first time in many, many years, since the start of the 2K era, my CAWs are actually on CC.
I saw one of them already. I downloaded them.
So currently everything right now that I am making, besides one surprise, I ain't revealing anything. Mostly everything is up on CC right now.
Oh, hey, I see somebody.
One of them's Carmen. Obviously, Carolyn Elgin's up there. One CAW is apparently corrupted. I don't worry. She will be re-uploaded once my entire roster is done. The next CAW on the list is Rocky Lee Scott, and then I'll go back to the Knight family and finish them up. But other than that, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm setting up for the year. I am very happy. I am very happy that everyone is being patient. I am getting very prepared for this season. This season is going to be very much fun. And yes, if anybody wants a part of the show, once I actually start downloading CAWs, I will let everybody know. And obviously off stream I'll have Beetle. I'll ask Beetle if any of his belts had random faces put on
I can actually check that right now, but I did add Carmen back to Latina Heat, just so you know. I already told you I was going to, but
it's not good. That's good.
I already downloaded Carmen and I put her and Danny into a bit of a mixed tag team. I just wasn't sure what Trons to use because I didn't know which ones you used for Carmen, and I saw you used a mixture of them.
Yeah, a mixture of...
Fiery, if you want her other two, I can put them up. I can put
the
Trons group up.
Also, the Trons don't save?
What?
So what Trons Carmen used didn't save?
No, the Carmen's Trons are still there. I just didn't know which ones you used. I saw you used a mixture of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What are your search tags, Scorpion? And I will grab some of your characters. I'm meaning to.
Also,
I opened the roster yesterday. I didn't make any announcements on it. I just went through and I grabbed the characters that I needed, but I opened it yesterday.
Wait, you need Danny? I didn't know that.
He's mixed tag with Carmen. I have a lot of mixed tags this year. I did grab some new people. SD 1991. All right, I will check them out, sir. And grab.
And I can start putting up other calls of mine that I know I have already done. I don't know if people are actually going to want me to put everything up.
But Fiery, if you want Jessica and Mercedes, I can upload them for you. They're part of Jen's group. I can also send you the tag info.
One question, Beetle. Can you send up Liza for me at some point?
Yeah. I'm going to be uploading Liza and Jen. So I made a few changes to Liza. This is why I haven't uploaded her yet, because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do, but I made a few changes to her.
I might need you guys' opinions, because I have a call of mine that I'm making for...
Yes, I did download him. I told you I downloaded him. I told you I downloaded him earlier this morning. When I was on your Twitch stream. I was like, by the way, I downloaded you.
Okay. I can also start posting calls of mine that I know I need. Because I know you guys are going to need, but I don't know how many of them I'm actually going to upload.
Yeah.
I just figured I updated Liza Silver a little bit. This year, Silver and Gold, if you want to use them as a tag team, you can. But on my show...
Gab, you ain't the only one. Beetle does too.
I have the memory of a goldfish. Bro, I asked you if I could add him like a while back, and you said yeah.
As I said, Beetle does too.
Welcome to the show, Gav. That won't help.
Thank you for helping Beetle there, Nightmare. You're such a great person.
Nightmare, you're a jackass. But I'll be uploading Latina Heat, I'll be uploading the rest of Lady Incorporated, and I will be uploading Silver and Gold onto CC. Ah, you see I downloaded one of your characters. Yeah, she's the first one on the list. Alexis Starr will be making her return to Octane this year.
Beetle,
Yes.
over here. What exactly do you need from me?
New Game Plus.
Okay, I have to work on the girls' movesets. The only one that's still pretty much done is Alex, because of the fact that her moveset was just a copy and paste of AJ Styles.
Okay.
We'll get them done ASAP, though.
I need New Game Plus, and then Jason Oliver.
Jason, I can upload for you right now.
Okay.
Beetle, belts.
I'm going there. Hold on.
Gosh dang, Mr. Squirrel.
Do you have a particular tag you want me to put up there, or do you want me to just pick something?
You could use one of your own tags and just tell me. I mean, just use SCD and I'll grab him.
Okay, that's fair. I got you.
I already actually made it one of my search tags.
Gotcha.
So far, it looks like they're fine.
That's good.
Okay, where?
Yep.
So maybe the patch fixed it?
Maybe. Okay. Nightmare, what are your search tags? Star.
Yeah, anyway, we would like to thank everybody for being patient with our
using
shows.
My search tag, Nightmare.
We would like to thank everybody for being patient with our shows. Our shows will be returning. As I said to Beetle privately, I don't think it's going to take me 3 months or more like it did with 2K22 with making my roster. So the season should be getting started after a while, but who knows? That it's going to really depend on a lot of different factors, especially work, obviously.
Yeah. So that's another thing. When I get your characters, by the way, when I get your characters, I will be removing one of the attires and only having one attire on them.
Yes, because
so far you don't have to worry about that for Jason, because I don't really have one of them on him. So
and yes, for those that do not know, we'll just tell you right now. The second attire is bugged. Whenever you make a second attire, your custom entrance, whatever your custom entrance is, will not be there, and it will and the second attire will have a default entrance. So until that is fixed, that is why Carmen has one attire. That is why Chris Knight has one attire. That's why all my CAWs this year so far is having one attire, because until they fix that, I am not making a second attire.
Yep. I'm using the second attire as a special referee attire. So I only want one attire this year because I plan on doing some special referee storylines. And I want them to be able to have it. I already did that with Alexis, by the way, Feet. I chose the attire that I wanted out of the two. So I just figured I wanted to throw that out there and let everybody know what I was doing.
I'm about to delete all my second attires. Fire, you're the one that told us about the bug in the first place.
I need to learn to read. God damn it. It started with the letter F. I was close. Thanks, Fiery. I'm sorry for calling you Feet. Sorry, Feet. God damn it.
Good gracious. Oh yes, and for those on my Discord, yes, the rules will be placed up very, very soon. After I post a community post on, or whatever it's called, on YouTube, reviewing 2K24, giving my review and my thoughts. After that, I'll be doing my review. I'll be posting my review. I'll be posting the rules for 2K20 for this year.
Yep.
I know, Fiery. I know. I know you can't, man. It's hard for me too. I want to make a second attire so damn badly.
That's what I'm trying to do. I want to make a fucking tag attire for make a tag attire for most of my cause, but the problem is that, well, glitch kind of.
We gotta wait till the freaking until they fix it.
Dang. Oh, a Dragolage. My coffee out of the way.
You do realize you don't have to delete cause. You don't have to delete cause that. Delete cause. They extended how many slots you can put, how many would put cause on.
Really?
Yeah, haven't you noticed that?
There's more than 100 now?
No, they extended it from like the five or so that you could upload to like
80.
Like
yeah, I know.
15.
There's 80 slots now.
Yeah.
I know.
Papa, Batsy.
Damn it, it escaped.
But anyway, as obviously Beetle's doing this. Beetle, what have you been doing?
I have been finishing up all my characters. I just created. We created one last night. Who will be going up today as well. I'm putting up the Tina Heat right now, but
while both drunk off their ass, it was kind of fun.
Yep, we were both drunk off our ass.
Anyone else that you need real quick, Beetle?
Just New Game Plus. At the moment.
What about Leon?
I could take Leon too.
I was like, Leon's currently one of your champions. What are you talking about?
I kind of need my cruiserweight champion. So yes, if he's ready.
I got him. I got you.
All right.
Leon NS.
That's another one I need.
That's another one.
I need Lioness and I need Tiger Maiden from Mac, so I can make that three woman group.
Or I forget, I actually have to freaking delete this because I'm realizing, oh wait, that's right, fucking glitch is still there. So
yeah.
Let me actually take care of the fucking thing I had planned for you.
Nightmare, don't use thunder. It's you have to use thunder and rain to have it 100% effective. Use Thunderbolt next time. You'd hit. Use Thunderbolt.
No, keep using thunder. Keep decreasing the chance that you're gonna hit me. Great. Oh, when it actually happens, it hurts like hell.
Decrease is only 50%.
Shame on Beetle for getting.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out!
Well, the RKO is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You okay, Beetle?
It always hits, unless you.
I don't know. I got a concussion after that RKO.
Yeah, well.
It's not the death cover.
Alright, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast for today.
Freaking fiery. Read the comment. Read the comment. Before you wrap up the show, you need to read that comment.
Catherine's coming back. Why would I not bring back one of my former world champions? That'd be stupid.
Also, there is before I mention this.
Beetle, shut up, Nightmare.
Beetle.
Yes.
I will say, CAW does not have a second attire. It just shows that he does for some reason.
The same thing happened with Gav. When I was looking at him on CC, it looked like he had 2 attires. After I downloaded him, he only had 1. So.
Leon's up, by the way. So.
All right. I'm going to.
Also, Fiery. You need a supernatural car, right? Got one for you.
Hmm?
You just gotta let me know if you want her.
But yeah, anyway, folks, the next time we do the Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast, it will be April the 21st. That'll be a fun little... So that'll be a fun episode.
Yeah, it still shows up on CC. I'm like, oh, he's got 2 attires. And then I download him. I'm like, he only has 1 attire. What the heck?
So yeah, I hope everybody will be there for that episode.
Yeah. It'll be fun on the 21st. And then we were talking about what we have coming up. I have my first full episode of Octane Live that is going to be planned for April the 17th. Wednesday, April 17th at night. That is going to be the first episode of Octane.
I'm assuming after we get done with the GM mode.
Shit. Damn it. Do we have to do the GM mode that day? We can do it that day. It's fine. It's my birthday.
I mean, we could reschedule. It doesn't matter.
Well, I wanted to do my first episode on my birthday, but all good.
Well, we could reschedule. We could reschedule count a birthday.
If you guys are fine with that, let's reschedule the GM mode and do it on. We could do it on the 18th, the 19th. If you guys want to.
Yeah, well, 19th. It's like, so, folks. In the future, the next GM mode stream will be on the 10th, but the following week after that, it will be on the 19th. So if you're marking shit on your calendar for some odd reason that you really want to get onto these streams on the proper date, there's your little thing for your calendar.
Yep. Did I get everybody out? Oh, there you are, Zach. Oh, he's got a lot of shit. It's fine. Hope you played all this stuff, Samurai.
I mean, you played the My Rise, haven't you, Samurai?
Kyle, you there?
Samurai.
Kyle. Samurai.
He's muted. How dare he?
Samurai. I did say he'd be right back. That was a little. If Beat would stop being scared of me, I would have. If we don't get GM mode, we cancel Beat. Beat fears Nightmare.
Oh, just electrical shock beetle. They're nightmare.
Hey, for season 2, I could make a chat for GM mode and invite whoever's going to be part of it into that chat.
That's possible. I mean, that's a very strong possibility.
Yeah.
And yes, folks, we are already planning on a season 2 of the GM mode stuff. We'll probably be doing a couple seasons in 2K24.
All right, Nightmare. All right. I would be okay with it. I mean, you're always here. You're always having fun. You're always electrocuting me like a little bastard. But I'll be hosting it the second season that we do. I'm hosting. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not actually going to be. I'm not going to be playing. I'm going to be making all the choices and selecting all the stuff for whoever is playing.
Yeah. So if we don't get a third person to do it, then it will just be me. Then it will just be me and Samurai going head to head.
So I get back and I just hear that. Okay, cool.
so if you did want in, I would be. I'm fine having you on. I don't have any issue with it. So. We'll get you in season 2 of GM mode.
After Samurai gets done kicking both of our asses.
Yes, Samurai has been silently destroying us. We both realized this the last time afterwards.
I've been realizing it. That's why I've been trying to get my fans up.
Well, you're never.
I freaking stole your fans and then just went. Yeet.
Yeah, because you knew I was getting close.
He did this twice, folks. The first time it was all right. Maybe it was payback.
The second time it's like, no, this is strategic. He's doing this on purpose because he doesn't want me to get close. Because he knew I was getting real close.
You've been aiming all your power cards at me the entire time, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna get you back. And then you're like, why did you do that? I'm like, because you've been throwing stuff at me the entire time. Samurai's gonna run away with it, you idiot. Oh. Yeah. But Samurai, you've been playing that GM mode very, very well, and I look forward to the...
Yes, very wisely.
Yes. So kudos to you, sir.
I've learned.
You'll be taking your victory lap here in a few episodes. And we'll have
because we're real close to the end, and yeah, he's gonna be doing his victory lap before not too long.
And what we'll be doing when we wrap up the season is there's going to be an episode where it's the three of us talking about the actual GM mode itself. What we wish we would have done, all of it. Kind of the stuff we're talking about right now, but we'll be talking about it as in like it's over and we're all sitting here talking about it. After the fact. GM mode after the fact. Post show. We'll do that for each...
GM mode, the aftermath, coming soon.
Yep, we'll do an aftermath after every GM mode that we do too. So whoever's in the next season, we'll be doing an aftermath for that, etc., etc., etc. Alright, so I think I favorited you already, Samurai. And then Scorpion, I'm gonna go in and grab your stuff while I'm here. Ooh. Ooh! What is this?
I posted in 5-star he was up.
Oh, I haven't looked at my PlayStation yet. Going to favorites, and the first thing I see is Chris Knight. Oh, shit. Download.
Yes, Chris is done. Chris is now in the can. Now, I would be making Rocky Lee Scott today, but I am not doing that today.
Today is WrestleMania.
I have decided to give myself a break so I can actually watch Mania on the big screen instead of on my phone.
Thinking about this one. Why is it saying I didn't download her? I downloaded her.
Oh,
I think I know why. It's because technically, you did add stuff to her.
Yeah.
I downloaded the first version. That's fine.
No, you added stuff to her. You also forgot to remove the necklace from the in-ring attire.
Whoopsies.
That's how I knew you fucked with it.
Well, I added the logos to her.
Well, yeah, no shit.
We're gonna remove the net.
But you completely forgot about the necklace around her neck. That's only for her entrance.
Whoopsies. Let's see.
Yeah, Nightmare. Once I start downloading things, I will grab him. I am hoping. I'm hoping it may have been silently fixed with this patch. I'm hoping it did. If the downloading glitch got fixed, then we're definitely good to go. But like I said, I want to finish getting all my roster done first before downloading anybody.
Yeah. And for me, when I do download people, just know I go through and I do like what Odd said. I do go in and mess with and figure out like what attire do I want. For this game, it's what attire do I want. That kind of stuff. I love that people are uploading them with 2 attires, but at the same time, it's like, just know that I'm going to pick the attire that I want.
Yeah, and do understand that once that bug is fixed with the 2 attires, I will be making second attires for everybody and re-uploading CAWs with 2 attires. Please do understand that.
That's true, Fiery. That is true. Search here.
I think he intended to send that in the chat, but as I'm DMing him about like the calls I was about to send him, he's just sending me that shit. Yep, I knew it, Fiery. I knew you meant to send it to the stream.
Custom. Add Rachel Little back to the roster.
And like I said, the rules of the 2K24 season will be uploaded after I post my written review of 2K24. A review that I think some people are going to be shocked by.
Shocking. Favorite creator. There we go. Got some cool creations here for Scorpion. Anyway, folks, it has been fun. We are nearing Mania right now. We got 5 minutes until it launches.
Oh God.
One for the road. Hey, Fiery,
That's not going to help his concentration.
Fiery, do you have anybody up right now? Like, is Drake on CC before I leave?
Huh, that's all for funny timing.
Before it. Well, let's go to the... Well, let's call right here, Squirrel.
I just remembered. I forgot to ask Fiery if he had anybody on CC yet. So, do you have anybody on CC, Fiery? Wait a minute, because I know he's on YouTube, and there's like a minute delay there, so...
Sometimes pretty good more than a minute.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, if Drake is ready to go, I would be happy to get him back on the roster. Just let me know the search tag for him.
Because the clock is never ending. Cause tick tick tock, cause the clock is never ending.
Okay. The clock is never ending. So let's see, I just got Jason Oliver. Got Chris Knight up. Grab Rachel Little. Hashtag blame beat. That is not a search tag, Nightmare.
That'd be a great search tag.
I almost want to put a call up under that tag just to see if you'll find it.
There you go. Yeah. Who should I? What's the search tag you want me to use? Actually, that's going to be the new search tag that I want you to use, Nightmare, when you upload stuff. Hashtag blame beat. Don't tip next year's tag. Yeah, I know. It should be next year's tag. It really should. Hashtag blame beat. There you go. Not one yet. Not one yet.
Maybe that's where I'll put Tessa O'Grady.
Hashtag blame beat. It should be hashtag thank beat. I'm the one that told you she needed to be taken down and re-uploaded.
Very true. A blame beat would be as funnier.
It would be. Like, blame beat for telling me that she's corrupted. Matt can blame me too. Don't tip me. Not one yet. Alright.
Yeah, anyway, guys, that is it.
That is it. One last time. Let's see.
Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all enjoyed the podcast. Like I said, the next time we will return will be April 21st for the next Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast.
And I will be back on April 17th, Wednesday night, for the first episode of Octane Live.
And we will actually be with you even before that on the 10th with the next episode of GM Mode.
Yep. Next episode of GM Mode on the 10th. See, that's Wednesday. That's this Wednesday.
Yeah, this Wednesday.
All right. On that note, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. This stream is done.
Good.
Enjoy Wrestlemania, everybody. Good night.